Everybody, and welcome to this week's Soul Wisdom Show. We are here every Wednesday at 4 p.m. UK time, and welcome to all the new members that have been joining in the group over the coming weeks, which has been absolutely lovely to see new faces coming in and joining us. So do comment and let us know in the welcome thread what it is you're up to, what inspires you, how you're stepping up to creating change. We'd really love to hear from you. So today's Soul Wisdom show is all about simplicity in business and how that actually helps you to have more success. So for those of you that are new to the group and don't know me, I'm Natasha Harris. I support conscious business owners to really support them in taking that next level of impact and leadership in the world, to stand in their soul power and truly shine, to have a thriving business that they absolutely love. So for those of you that are watching, just give me a wave, pop a comment into the chat box and just let me know you can hear me okay. And if you're watching the replay, do type #replay and ask any questions that you have there. Always delighted to answer questions as they come through. So back to today's topic, why simplicity in business actually brings about success for us. So really, this is something that I used to do really, really well. It is coming up a lot for some of my clients around, trying, especially in the earlier days, in those first couple of years of business, trying to do everything, trying to grapple with doing everything, lots of different things, feeling completely overwhelmed and not really knowing what they're doing that is bringing them actually success. It's very distracting. It's very discombobulating, which is a great word, just to really feel like we're just doing lots of different things, and what we're putting out there is lots of chaotic action, and what we're bringing back and what we're harnessing is bringing back chaotic results in return, because we don't really know what we're doing that's really landing, that's supporting us to creating the results that we want to create. We end up taking on way too much. We come and get into this thought and this idea and this patterning that actually doing more is better, and I want to really throw that out the water. It really is not true. Doing more is absolutely never better. It is just exhausting. It is overwhelming. It is tiring. And it does not bring the results that we want to create. It also leaves us afraid to say no to any opportunities. We're saying yes to all these opportunities, and we're saying yes to opportunities that challenge us, that push us out of our comfort zone. Is great, but we do not want to be saying yes to absolutely everything. Now, I am all about creating simplicity in my life, in my business. I haven't always done that, but I am doing that more and more. And really, since I started really simplifying things, really allowing things to just be clear about what action I wanted to take, what I wanted to do, what results and what outcome I wanted to create for myself, my business started to thrive. The moment I and took my foot off the pedal, off the accelerator, something expanded in my life and in my business. And the simple reason for that is because when we do more, we are cramming more in, and we are not actually inviting and creating space for the stuff that is really going to support us in getting to where we want to go. So by slowing down, by taking your foot off the accelerator a bit, saying no to some things that you kind of think, I don't really want to do it, but better not miss that opportunity, say no to it. It will be so much more empowering. If it's opportunities that you're thinking, oh my God, I'd really love to do that, but I'm really too afraid to do that, and then saying no, that is the wrong thing to be saying no to. You want to be stepping out of your comfort zone. You want to be doing things that excite you, give you that sense of like, oh, I'd quite like to do that, enjoy that. Things should feel a bit more easy and a little bit more in flow. So really, by taking your foot off and simplifying things, really those results started showing up for me pretty much immediately. So for those of you watching, just type yes or no in the chat box. Do you take on too much? Do you overcomplicate things, or are you keeping it simple? Okay, so maybe put overcomplicated or simple, not yes or no, because I won't know which one you're answering. But really, seriously, as soon as I took my foot off the accelerator and I started to do less and started making more empowering choices about what bits I actually wanted to do and which bits I wanted to let go of, my business expanded. Certain things started to come in that were far more resonant. Clients that came in that were far more resonant to who I wanted to work with. My business started to go to another level, and it was pretty much immediately. Hey Sarah, overcomplicate, yeah. So, don't beat yourself up about that. It's okay to be looking at things and thinking, well, but coming back to looking at what you're creating that is overcomplicated or overcomplicating things, or how you're overcomplicating things, and take away and really look at those individual things and start to see, what do I want to do? What would push me out of my comfort zone but would excite me? What do I really am I doing that I've been just kind of slogging away at and is not getting me anywhere? And start to eliminate things. You cannot invite anything new and different into your experience by doing exactly what you're doing and then plus some. The only way you can invite new and different experiences into your life is by eliminating and letting go of what no longer resonates with you or where you're going, getting rid of it, saying no to it. That creates space for you to invite things that are more resonant to where you're going. So, this is how you create. It is not by doing more. It's also not by doing nothing. We have to take action. Those of you that are working with me know that only too well. I'm 5 years into my business and I am always looking for ways to simplify things. Things have gone a bit like on a trajectory for me right now, and I need to look at how I simplify things again. I am going through that phase again right now. What can I eliminate? What can I stop doing? How can I simplify some of the processes that I'm doing so that I can create space to keep expanding, to keep going, to keep moving, to keep creating new and better results for myself and for my business? So I am going through a space of really simplifying again. And this is why this topic really came up, because this is not just something that people new in business do. This is, as we keep going, we expand, we keep doing more and more. Our business expands and we keep getting more clients and we keep doing things and we keep feeling like we have to keep living up to that. It's like, okay, right, now we've gone through a bit of an expansion. How do we start simplifying, eliminating, and start saying yes to the things that we really want to do? So this is a process that you need to keep doing as you keep going in business. This is not just for people who are doing new things and new and different things. So this is why it's so important to simplify, to get into the habit early on in your business, if that's where you are, or even if you're a few years on and you're never simplifying. This is why it's so important that you really, really start to simplify. Get a list out, get a piece of paper out, start to write a list of everything that you are doing on a day-to-day basis, and start putting them on one side of the page, the things that overwhelm you, are overstretching you, that you don't love and you don't enjoy. And go towards the things that you are a bit of an overstretch, but that you're like kind of excited about, create a little bit of a buzz for you, that you do enjoy doing, that you do love doing, and start seeing. I bet you the stuff that is on the one side of the page that is overwhelm and that you don't want to do is going to be much, much bigger. And fear, we say to ourselves and we tell ourselves, well, we can't eliminate that. I've got to do that. But it simply isn't true. You've got to look at that list, that side of the list, and see what you need to eliminate. It goes against all instincts. It really, truly does. It goes against all instincts. I get it. It's like, well, if I want to create more, I have to do more. It's not true. This old paradigm of more hard work gets results and gets you further to where you want to go is simply not true. It is old paradigm. It is old bullshit, quite frankly, that we have been taught of how we bring about success. If we want to step into new paradigm, if we want to step into new ways of doing things, we have to simplify. Less actually brings in more, but there's a caveat to that. It is doing less of the things. So the things that you are doing less in, the things you're actually left with, they have to be super aligned. They have to be super aligned to who you are and where you're going. They really do. That is how you know whether or not this is what you want to be doing or not. It has to be, you've got a goal. Is it getting you to where you're going? There will be a bunch of stuff that you are doing right now that is not getting you anywhere close to where you want to go. It is distracting you from your main goal. Yes, Sarah, it is scary. It really is scary to let go of stuff because we've been so conditioned to believe that we must be doing everything and more is better. But we have to shift that belief. We have to start shifting that idea that we are not super women, or men if you're watching, but we're not super women. We cannot just keep doing more. It is an impossibility. Think about that from a logical perspective. The more you do, the more you actually commit to doing, the more overwhelmed you're going to be, the more exhausted, the more out of alignment you will be, the further away from your actual goal and your outcome you will end up, and you will start to affect your emotional and mental and physical well-being. You are not a superwoman. I used to think I was amazing at multitasking. Like, thought I was like absolutely genius. I can do loads of things at once. I'm brilliant. And then someone told me, well, actually, you're not really multitasking. You're just flicking between lots of different things, one after the other. So you're not actually doing anything at the same time. You're actually creating more overwhelm and more work for yourself. But just by doing one thing, getting it done and completed, or making good headway on it will be far more productive way of your time. And I just thought, oh, okay, well, that blows me out the water, and that shines a light on the fact that I'm really not that good at doing multitasking because it doesn't actually exist. And it made me really stop and reassess and thinking, well, why did I always think that multitasking was good? That doing lots of things was like something I could pat myself on the back for and go, yay, look at you. How many things can you do at once? It's not good. It led me to exhaustion, overwhelm, and burnout, quite frankly, and really didn't help me at all. It is around, it's that, and that vibrational shift is not going to occur. Sarah says, this is how I gave myself chronic fatigue. Lesson well learned. Yeah, absolutely. It really does. And I've been there too. And I totally get that. We have to shift the way we do things. If we want to step up and we want to create, the things that we want in our life, the abundance, the business, the clients, yes, we have to put in the effort. Absolutely. We have to take action. We have to do things. But it needs to be aligned to who we are, and it needs to be aligned to the goal and the action to get us there in the quickest route. That is why simplifying things is so important. They have to be actions that get us to where we want to go. If we want to do more, if we want more, we have to actually do less. That is an energetic vibrational match. If we do more and we do more and more and more and more and more, all we will get is more and more and more and more thrown into our lap. As we do less, we simplify, we step into flow, we step into abundance, we step into this kind of like trusting our intuition. All these things start to become much clearer. It is a dance. Let me be honest and truthful here. It's a dance. We never perfect this. We get it right. That's why I said, I am always looking at, when I go through an expansion in my business and things start to ramp up, I need to look at what I need to simplify, what I need to eliminate. Also, what you need to look at is like, what are you good at? And what do you absolutely love doing? What gives you absolute joy in your business day to day? Helen says, smarter, not harder. Yeah, absolutely. And that is the epitome of smarter, not harder. The smarter bit is doing things that align and getting you to where you want to go. The harder is just going to bring more hard work, hard effort, more and more of that. Whereas the smarter stuff will bring smarter results. It's like whatever we put out there is what we will get back. Yeah, thanks for that, Helen. That's really great. Has anyone got any questions about this? Because it is so important that we really start to get to grips with this. As I said, it goes against all instincts. It went against every single instinct of mine of like, oh, I must multitask. I must do harder. The more I do, the more people will recognize me. Actually, all that happened the more I did, the more people gave me. That's the law of attraction. That's what happened when I was in the corporate world. The more I did, because I was a yes woman, and I was a people pleaser, and I wanted to be shown to see, like, to be seen to that I was willing and I was able to do things. I said yes to everything. So what happened was people didn't appreciate me. When I went, oh, we need something doing. Who's going to do that? Oh, that mug over there will do it. So by me actually, saying yes to everything, it just meant I perpetuated more and more of that in my life, which then also again led to burnout. So it was something that an old coach of mine said. I probably shared this in various live trainings and wisdom shows here, is that one of my very first coaches, she said to me, if you're not doing something in your highest good that's getting you to where you want to go, you can bet that that's not in anyone else's highest good. That by saying yes to something that's not going to help you or support you be the best version of yourself, it's not going to help that person that you're helping either to step up into being the best version of themselves either. So it is really around, eliminating, letting go of the stuff that you really don't want to be doing in your business. So, not an easy one. I totally get that. Sarah, do you notice anything that you could start eliminating in small ways? And what I actually do recommend is, if you're going to start eliminating things, start with the small stuff. Look at what's the easiest thing to stop doing on that list that you might want to let go of. Helen says there's an art in saying no, not just in the messaging, but an alternative for them sometimes helps. Absolutely. It's saying no with kindness is what I always used to say. Is like, if I'm going to say no to someone, it's like going to be done with love and kindness, and with an alternative. Just, an alternative for them sometimes helps. Yeah, great, that's perfect. So saying to somebody, for instance, I can't do that, or I can't help you out with that right now, but what I can do is this, or actually I can think of someone else that might be able to help you, or what part of that could you do? Empower the other person to take responsibility and take action for themselves, and see what learning is in it for them. By us doing everything for everyone, we take away their learning. We absolutely don't let them learn to be able to create for themselves. Like, we come in and we are the rescuer. Used to be good at that too. Sarah, I could eliminate a lot, but my goal right now is to only offer one service: writing, not all the content marketing things in the world. Brilliant. And so when you focus on that and start to eliminate eliminating a few things of that a lot list, you'll start to see how you have more energy and focus to the thing that you love doing, which is the writing. So start by, looking at what is the easiest and the most simple thing, one or two things to eliminate. You don't want to eliminate too much right now. Anybody else got any thoughts? I can see a few people watching. If you have questions about it, if this is really resonating with you, or challenging you, or bringing stuff up for you and resistance in you, which it will absolutely do, then please drop a message in the chat box and let me know if you have any questions, and how I can support you further in that. So that was all I really wanted to say. Next week, I have the lovely Mary Nonde joining me for an interview. She is all about feng shui and the art and science of living consciously, and how our space beautifully reflects what is going on in our experience, and how simple things can really change that and shift it for us. So it's going to be a really fascinating experience with Mary next week. She's got 24 years of experience in feng shui and trained under Denise Lim. She has transformed the workspace for many people now that we're obviously working at home in lockdown, continued lockdown, not being, and if you work from home anyway, like me, I've worked from home in the last 24 years, that was Mary, in the last 5 years, working from home really, we want the energy to be upheld with where we want to go. So that's going to be a fascinating conversation with Mary next week, with lots of tips and tools. And the other thing you'll have seen me sharing over the last week, either here or in my Facebook page, is the circle of light movements. I'm just going to spend a moment talking about that. Yeah, she sounds fab. She is fab, Helen. I've had a conversation with her. She's incredible. Yeah, so seeing what to be aligned to, gradually building up and understanding what that is. Yeah, it is all a gradual process. So just, yeah, well simplified, Helen. This is it. It is about um, you know, building on these things, not eliminating everything, just slowly getting to grips with what we need to simplify. It is a constant dance and a constant game. So, for those of you that are interested in the Circle of Light movement, this is something that I am co creating with the beautiful and wonderful Lucy Brand. This is for women. We're inviting eight women into the first Circle of Light movement. Circle next, which starts next week. This is all about creating your vision, your big bold vision into what you want to create next, and standing alongside others to really support you in creating it. Lucy and I have a wealth of experience and knowledge and tools and wisdom that we have to share with you. Don't worry if you don't know how to get that vision out into the world. We will help you find the pieces in that over 9 weeks. It's going to be a really powerful weekly meeting, intimate setting, safe setting, to really bring out and ask you questions that will elicit certain things for you, what's getting in your way, what's holding you back, so you can get out there and take and really step into the next level you in relationships, in life, in business, in your career, in your health and well-being. So it doesn't have to be around business. So for those of you that are not ready to do the work simply around the business, feel that there's something else standing in your way of creating that, then this circle is for you. This is all about next level love, relationships, and new next level earth. So for those of you that have a big vision about the world that is coming. So if you are interested in that, there is a link to apply to join the circle in the post above or below or wherever it appears. Do private message me with any questions, and I'd be glad and happy to answer those. So thank you for watching. It's been an honor. It's always an honor. I'll see you next week with Mary, talking about the art and science of living consciously and how to shift your energetics in your space and your working environment if you're working from home. With love and abundance to you all, and see you again next week. Bye for now.